So a lot of people say that like Ray's the best girl, or Oscar's the best girl, or some contrarians even say it's Misato, but it's actually Hikari who's the best girl. Anyway, welcome to Sexy Toilet. It's me, Professor No Fun.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
Am I a liar? What did I lie about?
The best girl
Yeah.
is the Avas themselves.
The Avas, no, they're not the best. They're not even girls. They just have girl souls.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're the best girl. It's not that if you set any of them other girls up against each other, they ain't gonna win.
Well, they're not going to win against like a 70-story tall giant fighting robot. No.
Exactly.
Like,
and would you ever say that was the best if they're winning? It's
not even really a robot, is it? It's like an angel just with robot bits put over it.
Oh,
much like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog is an angel. This is how we know him. It's not a game. It's part of the Bible.
It is.
Gotta go fast.
That's why it's such an old game. A lot of the Bible is just in 8-bit.
Pretty much.
You could play the Old Testament on the Master System.
I prefer. I only had it on the Atari.
Oh, you had an Atari Jaguar, didn't you?
Yeah.
It was your best mate all through school.
It was 64-bit though, and the pad had numbers on it for no reason.
Pandering of the Catholic Church to rename the Old Testament the OG Testament.
The original Gangster Testament.
Yeah.
The original Gonad Testament.
And then just rename the New Testament the West Coast Testament.
And the other one the East Coast.
Yeah. For the East Coast, those guys are too uptight.
It'd be a lot easier when it comes to like civil wars then.
Oh yeah.
It's like in America right now. It's like where there's no north or south.
No.
What are they going to do?
Compasses don't work in America now.
No, like they used to have like north and south. What are they going to have now? Like this bit over here versus this bit over here and this other bit. Doesn't really have the same ring to it, does it?
City versus countryside, isn't it? It's Hicks versus cool dudes like us.
So mass populations versus no one.
Pretty much, yeah. Mass populations versus people who believe Facebook memes. But that's one of the most hilarious things, that it took them 100 years of slavery and brutality to get them to a civil war this time. Like last time, sorry. But this time just takes memes, really, doesn't it?
It's not even memes, really. It's just fucking bullshit.
Yeah. I remember when memes just used to be a dog on a colourful background that gave you advice. And now they're the reason that you want to kill Antifa.
Exactly. Like, you can shoot kids in the street because some picture with some words on said so, but years ago, it was an anti-joke with a chicken on it.
Yeah, someone made an image macros of a vacuum cleaner next to like some statistics, and that means that like Jews are in charge of America.
It does.
That's how the world works nowadays.
Apparently, I don't really see them running anything. I was going to say it's not really the president of the USA or anything like that.
Oh, no, because now he's in prison. He's in sickness prison.
Let's hope he goes into real prison, which is in the ground.
Yeah, that little prison they put you on when you break the law by dying.
I was going to say no one gets away with it. No one gets away with it. You get put in the little prison, or they put you in the really warm prison.
Oh yeah, that warm, dry prison that they put you in that makes you all dusty.
It's like hydrotherapy, but a lot faster.
Completely opposite. Yeah.
So, well, no, because you have hot water and then cold water, but in this one you have hot fire, box full of ash. Box full of ash is pretty cool.
To be honest, though, there's usually a bunch of bones left over, and then they just throw them away. That's why there's always dogs outside of funeral homes.
I have seen quite a few dogs.
You always see a bunch of feral dogs outside of them because they just throw out all the cooked, juicy human bones.
Well, that is one thing you do need to be careful around funeral homes with small children because they will be dragged away by dingoes.
Yeah.
Dingoes. Even if you don't live in Australia, there are funeral dingoes.
Well, that was one of the biggest things that the Australian government did, was just export dingoes around the world. They thought that the world didn't have as many feral dogs as it could have. And to
be honest, it's their own fault. It kind of backfired. Like, nobody needs dingoes. There's no money in dingoes. Do you need a dingo?
I haven't needed a dingo ever since I bought a smartphone.
I was going to say, you can do anything a dingo can do on a phone nowadays. Kill a baby. I can phone up somebody, 10 quid, kill that baby. Done. Yeah. Do I want a dingo warren? I can go on some job app and get some fucking some Polish guys to dig me a den.
I downloaded an app the other day that just let me run around like all night in a desert style situation and howl at things. Free app.
I mean, I don't need dingoes to experience large social group animals.
Yep. Like I got that fucking hyena app on my phone.
Oh God, I've not heard anything good about that.
Oh, it's buggy as hell, but if you get it working for a little while, it's really fun.
Because
it uses
was it have beyond laughing?
Well, it uses augmented reality, yeah. So you're there looking for your phone camera, and in the middle of the street you see a lion with its kill, but the lion looks a bit old and weak. So you think, I could have that kill off that lion. Like it's eaten most of the good meat already, of course, but you're a hyena, so you've got powerful jaws and muscles, so you can just break through bone.
Numbers as well.
Yeah.
Does it come with that?
Yeah.
With the numbers. I was going to say because just
one
hyena.
You have to look through all these. Well, I mean that's the point of the game. It's like a flash mob. It connects you with other people who are being hyenas around like the city you're in today, and maybe there's one or two kills in the whole city. You can steal off a lion.
I can't say.
You have to go with the other hyenas. Yeah.
It sounds pretty similar to those lions. The lion app, but a bit shitter. I know the hyena one's free and the lion one you have to pay for. But
it's pay to win, the lion one. Like you start playing as a lioness on the lion one, yeah. Because I was doing the free play bit. But if you don't want your children to be eaten by a fucking the next lion that comes over and takes over the pride, the next male lion, you got to pay. It's a micropayment. It's like it's 25 euro cents per cub that you want not eaten by the next lion that comes to take over the pride. But
that's quite a lot when I plan on having 18 cubs.
Exactly.
Even though because I know that's not like physically possible with a real lion, but I know with these apps they're not exactly like real life.
No, they're not. They're gamified, aren't they? They're more. Like, I want to simulate the life of a lion, give you the feeling of being a lion, but there's a game element to it. They can't simulate it perfectly because it'd just be dull.
I don't know. I'd rather that. It's like with Euro Trucker.
Yeah.
I love Euro Trucker.
I love Euro Trucker because like a lot of it's just like knocking on the door of a warehouse at like 4 a.m. Like getting your truck unloaded and going for a quick shower.
I mean,
I really like that. Yeah.
I really love the DLC with when you park up, instead of just going from black and it's the next day, you've got some tar knocking on your door asking if you want business. Yeah. And then the next morning you wake up and someone slashed your skirts and stolen half your stock. That's what I like, or the fucking dogging.
I got that random event the other day where you're doing a refrigerated truck run from like I think I was doing a run from like Nantes to Lyme Regis. But anyway, I opened up the back of my refrigerated truck, like 33 dead Chinese immigrants, all asphyxiated.
See, that's gonna fucking ruin your numbers.
Ah, no, man.
I mean, I've started again. Like on the old one, I've got like a full company and employees. So like, when any of this stupid shit happens, it proper fucks your money. Makes it longer. It makes it harder. Makes it harder, but gives you longevity, I suppose.
Exactly. If it weren't for random events like that, you'd just be going around delivering items. I mean, who wants to play a game like that?
Who the fuck wants to
No.
do that?
No RPG element. Anyway, it's Spooktober, isn't it?
Spooktober! There's things that are gonna spook you like a ghost or a skeleton.
Or a really pale dog.
Or a sex offender.
They're not spooky.
They're creepy. They're pretty
Just like
creepy.
me they're just like me and you. But yeah,
What if one of them touched your neck, Adam? Would you be spooked?
I'd be a little bit spooked, I think. It depends.
What if he touched it with his winkle?
With his Winkle's Dutch for shop. He touched his neck with my shop.
No, Adam. He touched him with his cock.
His chicken.
His penis.
His organ of generation. Well,
Yes.
that's not so bad then.
His organ of generation. Thank God. You finally fucking figure it out. His organ of generation. The male penis.
Yeah. No, not the female penis.
Not the female
Oh,
penis. The female.
Not the lovely, delicate, feminine penis.
The feminine penis that's just the other way round.
Yeah. So what if a sex offender touched his neck with touches my neck with his penis?
What would you be spooked?
That's what. I'd really be confused, like, because I mean, I'd have already had my cock out. I'd have cut a triangle out of the front of my jeans, so my cock would be very visible.
What if he puts? What if he drew like some spider webs on it?
Ooh, that'd be spooky. Yeah, no, you're right. That's giving me the chills there.
He's got a plastic bat hanging off his balls.
Yeah, what if you put some spray-on cobwebs around his like balls and thigh area?
And the whole time he was going woo.
How come you can't get condoms that look like ghosts? That's what
I think you can. I went to a shop in Japan. They had them. They have like arms. I wouldn't
But
like.
arms have got. Yeah, that's got to make things slightly uncomfortable, hasn't it?
I was going to say you don't really need arms on a Johnson.
No. Like, I mean, my penis has two beefy, muscly arms, but that's from the steroids.
It's for going around corners.
Yeah, for grappling up walls. I can climb up a sheer vertical wall, with my arms and legs not engaged. I can just use my cock arms.
Fucking hell, Adam. You have to bring the fucking level down. Cock arms.
I've got cock arms. Anyway, what I wanted to say, because it's Spooktober.
Spooktober.
I wanted to relate a spooky experience that happened to me the other day.
Ooh.
See, I was shaving the other day, getting ready for work, yeah?
Mm.
I was looking in the mirror, I was just shaving my face. And I cut myself on the face, yeah?
On the
normal,
face.
Yeah? On the face, it's normal, it happens.
Oh. Mm?
But this is what really spooky, yeah? A bunch of human blood started pouring out of my face. It was terrifying.
You fucking idiot. That's what normally happens.
It was like that scene in The Shining. Fucking human blood coming out of my own face. It's terrifying stuff, man.
You try shaving your arse.
Mm.
No, then you'll see true horror. Just stand there, stooped over the fucking mirror.
Oh, you know what Friedrich Nietzsche said?
Looking right up the eye of God.
Friedrich Nietzsche said a man who stares into his own arsehole eventually has his arsehole stare into him.
Jesus Christ. I can't imagine such a scene.
What, you've never used a system of mirrors to look directly with your own arse.
Can't say I
mirrors,
haven't.
that's what shaving mirrors are for? Yeah.
I need to see from all angles.
You got your shaving mirror, you've got your mag light, and you have a check. See what's going on up there.
See if it needs any pointing doing or any do I need replastering.
Then again, Like, I went on the internet after some human blood came out my face because I was freaked out about it. And I had a look online at some other people who got hurt. And there was one fella got hurt quite badly. He came off a motorbike. And his arm, he'd taken all the skin and muscle off the top of his arm.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was really bad. But the worst thing about it, yeah, is you could see where he'd opened up his skin and muscle. Like, I think it must have happened really quickly because he didn't notice it. Like a skeleton had jumped inside him.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, Christ, you nearly fucking made me jump then.
I know, man. There was a skeleton inside his body.
Oh, Christ.
Like, and the doctors and nurses weren't telling him because they didn't want him to freak out, you know?
That's going right fucking through me like this. Oh, God. Ooh. Ooh. That's spooky.
Spooky shit, man.
Oh, shit. I'm kind of writhing here with spook.
Like, so it goes to show, man, just be careful. Like, if you ever get hurt or become unconscious in any way, like a skeleton could use that opportunity to just jump right inside your body.
Right inside your mouth. I saw it once, but that I was told he was just eating a chicken leg.
Ah, yeah. No, it's something like they often do that in meatpacking factories. You'll find chicken skeletons just getting the chickens. Like,
well, now I thought it was a human skeleton climbing in, but it was a chicken leg.
I know.
And he was just chewing it.
Yeah. I know that. Was that time I cut my foot open and like a whole bunch of pork ribs came out. I thought I had a skeleton inside me. It was just pork ribs.
Thank fuck for that. I mean, I've got bacon in me, so I'm all right. But I get about 5 kilo for £8. Just top it up every now and then.
That's because you're internally Islamophobic, isn't it?
No, Adam, I like bacon. A lot of bacon.
You don't really like bacon. You just don't like Semitic religions.
Doesn't stop them kissing me, does it really?
Nah, they will come round and kiss you.
Fucking. I told them I'm not halal, mate. I'm not kosher. Fuck off.
And they say, oh, just a little kiss though, just a little peck on the cheek.
Go on, I'll give you 20p. Go on, 20p. You buy 2 10p mixes with that, and I don't fucking buy it for a second.
No, man.
You can't even get it.
Mix hasn't cost.
You can't even get 10p.
It hasn't cost 10p
mix.
for years now.
I was going to say,
mix now.
Fucking, it'd be one sweet for 10p.
They're lying to get affection. That's what's happening.
Bastards.
These religions.
They can't afford they can't afford a £1/4 of cola cubes between them.
I've got a special surprise for you, Bobbado.
What's that then?
A special surprise. Well, because it's Spooktober, yeah. Like, we've decided to do something spooky for the show.
Oh shit.
We have, like, from the distant future, not too distant future. We've got Romanian artist Raluca Popan to join us today as a special guest.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah. Like, so is she still here and conscious? Because like we did put her in that carbon monoxide chamber. We shouldn't have. She should say hello right now. Yeah.
It's cheaper than coffee.
Say hello, Raluca.
Hi.
Oh, that was enthusiastic.
That was so enthusiastic.
She sounds like a ghost. Did we ghost her before we put her in this? Is that what happened?
I don't
Did we
know.
make her a ghost? Where am I? Who is this? That's what they're always saying, guests on our show. Like, why did you take me off the street? The last thing I remember was that bandage that smelled of chloroform.
I don't tend to hear that because I'm usually shouting. Like, shut the fuck up, point. Shut the fuck up or I'll break you.
Yeah. Yeah. And of course I'm gunning the engine, so it's difficult to hear these times. Yeah. Especially since we kidnap people from a train.
Most people don't know that this podcast is mobile. We are gunning it down them M25. We've been round once. We're going round a second time for try to get away from the cops.
It's true.
And Raluca is in the back.
We're around about Luton right now. Be headed all the way down to Slough by the time we're finished.
And then back again.
So Raluca, Like anything spooky happened to you in this past in this past ever events that you've lived in your life?
So you are from
Mm-hmm.
the past.
Yes, we're from the
Yeah,
past. You're from the
well,
future.
You
yeah, she's from the distant future.
and I'm from the future.
Yeah.
I think you
and
would
I'm
know that.
Talking to you somehow.
Yeah, well, we're gunning it down the road. We've kidnapped you through some way.
Like that physicist helped us out with that time kidnapping machine.
Oh God,
Yeah.
I totally punched him in the balls.
they left it unlocked again.
Yeah. Like
Now I'm like, where is this? It's colorful, but it's dark, and you're talking. What? It's October there.
It's October here,
yeah.
Spooktober.
yeah, like where you are in the distant future. It's probably November
We
by now.
don't have these things anymore. We don't care what time it is. It doesn't matter. In the future, time doesn't matter.
Oh.
What
But
about-
then how?
Well,
How
what
do
about
you know
dinner
when to-
time?
Yeah, how do you know when to eat dinner?
We don't.
There's no dinner in the future.
There's no
No.
dinner. Oh, fuck.
I'm killing myself right now. I'm not going through a dinnerless
Wait.
future.
Don't
Yeah?
kill yourself yet. We need to find out what the alternative is. What do you do
You
instead
always
of
say,
dinner?
you're no fun, man. You're no fun. Don't kill yourself yet. It's no fun. Yeah, but yeah,
Give it fucking time. If you're going to top yourself, do it properly. Find out first. Do your research,
Alright.
then top yourself.
I want to go off half cocked.
Anyway,
Yeah.
what do we have instead of dinner then?
Yeah.
We just sit around, and there's this hose
Oh.
Ooh.
with nutrients.
Ah. Oh, well, that's different, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember Grandpa said that it used to be like pass it on. It used to be individual
Oh yeah.
stuff, but now everyone shares the same resource.
Ah. But we all just.
Hmm.
So it's like when you're in the garden and you're all drinking from the hose, like you do. Except that the hose is full of nutrients.
Yeah,
Ah.
Oh, does it have flavours?
like plastic
Oh,
and
I'm not much for
occasionally
plastic.
potatoes.
Not Cool Ranch dressing
You
or
don't
spicy
care-
salsa.
Don't care about taste.
Oh, God, what's going on in the future? What do you care about?
Progress.
Progress towards a bigger hose with more nutrients. It's not progress at all, is it? No?
Hose for men.
Yeah.
We kind of regressed a bit, if you ask
Yeah.
me. I'm sort of playing the historian around here, so I know a little bit more than they do.
Of course, yeah. Well, I
I
mean,
know about grandparents, stuff like that.
yeah, and then we were talking a little before the show, and in the future, no one knows who their grandparents are. Everyone's got illegitimate grandparents.
That's because
Yeah.
it's because in the future it's Logan's Run. Everyone's dead by 30. Actually, we better find that out. Let's find out if that's true. Is everyone dead at 30?
I don't know. I haven't seen many people around.
And she's just said that time doesn't matter in the future, so how would people know how old they are?
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's funny. Are you alive in the past?
I think so. Wait there.
I think there's long periods of the past where I wasn't alive in. Like, I'm pretty sure that I wasn't alive before I was born.
I didn't exist for even fucking years. Right up till 85, really. Started existing
it's
a
like
bit.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like-
you don't exist and then you exist.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not like in the future where
But
you
it's in
just
it-
constantly exist in a
but-
kind of indeterminate, time loop.
We have chronological order. Time is
Yeah.
linear here, so you don't exist, then you exist, then you stop existing.
In many ways, it's a bit of a bummer.
It's Bit of a downer, really.
So, I'm going to stop existing one day. Best
least
stop
we-
smoking cigarettes and punching policemen.
At least we got dinner.
Now, dinner makes it all worthwhile, really.
I had a dinner earlier.
What's your favourite kind of cooked dinner?
Whole.
Ooh, entire dinner.
An entire whole, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah. Whole marmot. Delicious cooked marmot.
Whole donkey. Get in there, oven.
I once watched a video called Whole Donkey, but it was different to what you're saying. It was about a donkey's holes.
That's disgusting.
Oh, no, it was about someone shooting a donkey. They weren't having sex with its holes.
Don't
Well, they had sex with the
stop
shooting holes
saying
afterward,
that. Don't take out the sex with holes and donkeys. Get it out. Anyway,
alright.
Back
We're
to
gonna
the
have to edit
future.
this out of the podcast.
It-
Yeah,
hey,
but-
wait, Adam. Wait.
Yeah?
Wait.
Yeah?
It's a pun. Back to
Yeah?
the future.
Oh, that's fucking gold, mate. That's oh, mate.
Fucking Back to the Future, mate.
Mate. It's that film with the guy with Parkinson's.
I'm
Why doesn't-
shaking.
Why doesn't 2020 Marty McFly warn past Marty McFly he's going to get Parkinson's disease?
You'd go back and tell yourself, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna.
There's something wrong with your kids, Marty. They've got terrible Parkinson's disease.
They're shaking like fuck. They can't sign their name in any legal manner.
It's you, Marty. You'll have to be a guest star in the TV series Scrubs.
Oh. Anyway, enough of us. Future.
Yeah.
We need more answers. Right, we've got
need
no
more answers, mate.
we've got no dinner, non-linear time.
And I suppose I don't ever get to be famous or rich because, like, you'd remember, wouldn't you?
There aren't many men either.
Oh,
Oh God.
men are the best type of people too.
Yeah, they're disposable.
True, like one woman, it's a whole woman, and she has to live her entire life. A man, you can bring in a substitute anytime you want.
I mean, you could buy a
There
5-pack of men, get through them in 10 minutes. Don't matter.
I do.
Throw them all away. Smoke them all.
I'm not going to comment on you talking about smoking men. You man
No.
smoker.
Fucking better not either. It's a terrible habit. Don't start, kids.
Yeah, don't do it.
Smoking
All of
entire
it.
human beings takes a good fucking 12 hours, and it fucking knackers. There's
You gotta
no
light them with
positive to it. There's no positive to it.
Force them to drink ether or some other flammable substance for about 12 to 14 hours beforehand, so they actually will set on fire.
No. No, you put them on a pyre, mate. Put them on a
right.
pyre, bit of tubing through some water, bish bash bosh.
Are you doing it old school, like a bucket bomb?
Yeah, or cider bong.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to keep saying anyway.
No, you're not.
I did it. So,
Yeah.
what happens to us? Is there anything in the ledgers or CD-ROMs that tell you about us?
The Vin Carter Encyclopedia of the past.
What I think happened was that men kind of talked each other themselves to
I
death.
see. Ah,
It's making
Right.
sense.
doesn't sound like us though, does it?
We don't talk.
No. Most of what we do on this podcast, I do through miming. It's just I'm so good at miming. You hear words.
I'm not even miming. I'm just using hand signs. I'm going that quick. It's turning into syllables.
It's already happening then.
Oh God, is this how it starts?
My throat doesn't work.
And I'm unable to reproduce.
You didn't need to bring that up, Adam.
I bring that up in every conversation. Like
I know, and that's why I told you not to bring it up.
When I walked into the bank the other day, they were like, "Hey, how can I help you?" I said, "I'm having a little problem with my bank card, and I'm unable to reproduce." They said, "Well, we can help you with the first problem."
But we can't help you. Did they even attempt on the second?
They just like it was like I did just then. They remained completely silent for the entire rest of the conversation. Even when I asked follow-up questions about the bank card that they were said they could help me with,
They were
total
silent.
Their silence and their face became like a broken JPEG.
God, I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
It freaks me out. Something rotten.
Like when you can't see someone's face anymore and it's just a broken JPEG.
And then everything around you starts to dim.
Yeah.
And then your flesh comes off and you're screaming and as you realise you're going into the void again.
Yeah. And then you wake up next day and you have to start doing it again because it's glitched, hasn't it? It's just a glitch.
To be fair, it doesn't really matter because it doesn't really take any time out because you end up doing the same thing again, but
yeah,
it fucking knackers.
It does. It stings like a bastard. It's that and getting a paper cut between your fingers, the two things that sting the most.
Ooh, when all your skin comes off or a paper cut. Ooh. Oh god, it goes through me. Ooh.
When you just glitch out of reality, or when you get vinegar on a little bit of a graze that you got.
Here we go. How do people with a non-linear time? How do people multiply in the future?
Oh yeah.
That's a good question.
Are they born and always exist? Is there any such thing as like chronological hierarchy? Like I was born this time, you were born like because with us like we have old fuckers. They came first.
You don't have to exist at the same time. You can just have one person exist, and then when they get bored, somebody else can exist.
Is there any sort of time limit on that?
Like a timeshare? Well, there wouldn't be a time limit, Rob. You're thinking in linear time again, aren't you?
Fuck.
Yeah, it's hard to relate to you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
We need something. What has linear
you seem
time?
to care so much about this thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It's all we have.
It's because your best friends will watch.
If we didn't have linear time, we wouldn't have an experience.
Like you're just held up on the whole idea of causality, aren't you?
It's not really I'm held up on it, mate. I'm more fucking feeling it.
Like, nothing in the universe makes any sense unless there's a causal factor. No, mate. It just happens. It all happens at once, and it all happens at the same time to everyone.
And no one.
Yeah, and the universe is made out of water, just like fucking Diogenes said. No, not Diogenes, the other one. Thales of Miletus.
Diazepam. That's not a man.
Diazepam, yeah. The famous Greek philosopher, Diazepam, who said that you should relax more, and maybe you should sit on the couch all day.
Don't eat a whole pack of me, or you wake up with your dinner on your face. 3 days later, you slept on your dinner.
Yeah. Also, again, Raluca's going to find it difficult to relate. Sleeping on your dinner, but after taking a bunch of diazepam's not something they do in the future. Like they include.
Well, they don't have fucking dinner, do they? How are they going to fucking fall asleep on it?
They must have to include all the diazepam they take in the nutrient hose.
How do they have individual saying that?
Mm-hmm.
Are they individuals at that point? Are you individuals in the future?
I don't know. Maybe if you want, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
Do you have to pay for that?
Like they'll do anything that you want them to do, like for the money. Oh, you want me to be an individual, unique human being? All right, the girlfriend treatment, that's going to cost you.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that.
You don't like the idea of you go see a prostitute like you do, yeah.
As you do.
Like
as you do.
And you go in and it's every person who's ever existed at the same time, or inhabiting the same space and person.
That'd be pretty cool, actually.
You have to pay them extra if you want them to be an individual human being.
I was going to say, wouldn't it also include the embarrassing times?
It would. It'd include all times, all at once, all happening at the same time.
And the time you followed through.
Mhm.
Oh no, don't like that.
The time you made your mum cry by screaming at the rotisserie chicken man. All this.
That's
All time.
okay.
All
That's
happening at
okay.
the same time.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Some things that don't want to be happening at the same time because they might conflict. You know what I
see.
mean?
Like what? When like.
Like when I was eating a chocolate bar,
Mhm.
but then another time I was eating a white chocolate bar.
Oh God, no! You wouldn't want those two to be happening at the same time.
That's fucking weird. Or one time you're eating spaghetti, and then another time you're eating lasagna. It's like, oh no, which one is it?
I don't know. I quite like a bit.
Because they are made of basically the same thing, but they're in different shapes. Which shape would it be?
It's like a soft shell and a hard shell taco. Like you can't eat them both at the same time. It's a lie.
I want lasagna spaghetti. One long strand of lasagna.
Ooh. Have it with mash and chips.
Maybe this will keep dinner relevant in the future.
I think it's because no one listened to my mash and chips idea. I think that what you can do is get a bunch of frozen oven chips. You mash them up so they're mash, and then you cook the other ones so they're chips, and that's your dinner. Like that, it's the future. Everyone's pushed for time because linear time no longer exists. It's save time. It's efficient.
Mashed chips for dinner.
Mashed chips. Oh. Mashed frozen oven chips for dinner.
Oh fuck me, that sounds disappointing. I'm disappointed already.
No, I've not cooked them.
I've been down mines for 10 hours and I come home and all I've got is mashed fucking chips on table.
Sorry, man. I just imagined a fitness video. Where they're making healthy eating smoothies because that's what healthy people do. They eat nothing but smoothies. Would you have a frozen chip smoothie?
No.
Raluca,
No.
would you quite enjoy a frozen chip smoothie?
If you have sausages with that, maybe.
Ooh, yeah, like them. It wasn't proper sausages though. It was those little wiener sausages that you get in the baked beans and sausage cans.
No, now you're being just.
Powdered.
You're being cruel. You're being cruel.
No, you're not allowed real sausages.
We're allowed.
Powdered.
It's criminal. I go around denying people sausages.
You're not doing it on me, mate, because I'll fucking lamp you.
I'll slap it out your hand, mate. You can be there on the toilet as you do, enjoying a nice big sausage. Like you've bought a pack of Lincolnshire sausages from the supermarket. You've gone to the works bathroom because you've had them cooked earlier. And you had them in your lunchbox, and you were there sitting on the works toilet in your 10-minute break from Amazon, eating about 6 or 7 sausages, just sausages alone.
Well, this is where you're fucking wrong. It's 2 boxes of Tunnocks tea cakes. It's not fucking sausages, you dickhead. I have them at home.
See,
when I go to my slave labour at Amazon.
Yeah.
When I'm picking up shit that people don't want, literally they don't want it. They're not. I'm picking stuff that people aren't even buying.
No, they haven't ordered it. Amazon's just sending it. I know they used to do that. They're bastards for it.
It's prepaid.
The other day, sent me a fucking travel kettle. Why
would you need a travel kettle? You can't even move.
No, I'm like a moss or lichen of some kind. I'm attached to a brick wall. So I don't need a travel kettle.
You ain't no Rolling Stone. You don't go on you don't attach yourself to the Rolling Stone because that's
no because in many ways they're an irrelevant band now.
Well, not really the band, the Rolling Stone.
So you've never been sitting on the Amazon Works toilet, yeah? Had a man come in screaming, kick the toilet stall door down, slap the sausage out your hand, and tell you to get back to work. That's never happened to you.
No, because they don't have sausages at work. I have the tea cakes. He comes in, he's like, hey, I know about them. And I go, do you want one? And he goes, mate. And then we both sit in the toilet. Both like, I sit on the left side, he goes on the right side. And we both sit on the toilet.
Yeah.
And eat the tea cakes.
And that's how you get a 10-minute break at work.
And that is how you get a promotion. Bring tea cakes, invite your boss to the toilets. Done.
Of course, you don't tell them about the tea cakes before they get to the toilets. What you got to do is walk up to your boss at work, like put your hand on their shoulder, their shoulder or their face, and say, "Follow me to the toilet." You know, in your most suggestive voice, you got to be like, follow me to the men's toilets, please, Mr.
I
Rogers.
do it in the most aggressive way possible. Just
I see.
that's my style. So it's like, get in them fucking toilets.
Like you grab them by the deltoid muscles on the sides of the neck. And you force them to the work toilets. That's how you get. That's how you get a promotion.
Oh my god.
Work in a similar way in the future, Raluca.
Of course.
Is he? Yeah.
The good thing about the future is that I still know what a toilet is.
Oh,
That's like so that
that's
they've gotten rid of
appropriate.
they've gotten rid of the joy of dinner, but not the joy of the dinner consequences.
If anything important happens during the day, it's related to the toilet.
Like
it makes a little sense because, like, most of my days,
it fits the theme of our podcast. Isn't it?
most of my days is surrounded by a toilet.
Yeah, when you chose the name of the podcast, maybe you were a bit visionary.
Oh yeah.
Well,
it did come to us in a dream. Like
it did start off as just toilet, to be honest.
Well, I suggested sexy, and he suggested toilet.
Because obviously, when you think of sexy, you think of toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a winner.
And then we wrestled for a while to see who was best.
In front of a fire.
Yeah. Like, then he got the goose fat out.
Naked as the day we were born.
Yeah, well, apart from that bearskin rug.
I was Oliver Reed, I remember.
Yeah. And I was a 70s supporting actress woman, but I can't remember my name.
Wasn't, to be fair, we didn't really get much on that fucking first meeting. Wasn't much said. It was more wrestling.
No, yeah. In many ways, it was like a sinewy, sweaty kind of bonding that we did. We both came away feeling drained but satisfied, I'd say. Like when you get out of a really hot swimming bath and you've been swimming for a couple of hours, like you feel drained but satisfied.
Stop saying that.
When you feel moist but vulnerable.
That's better. Oh, that's better.
Yeah.
Drained. Ooh. Makes you think of the drains. When
you walk out of work, yeah, and you're wearing your shoes with holes in because you've not been paid yet, and you've got to walk 2 kilometers to the bus stop, and you just walk directly into a swamp, and that makes you feel that's a refreshing kind of feeling after a few hours at work, where your feet are very, very, very wet and soggy, but there's also a bit of mud in them.
I'm not a fan of wet feet.
Wet socks.
Wet socks, I could kill a man.
I've seen you go around with one of them spray guns, just wetting your own socks just to hang on the washing line, bro. Like, why do you do that then? Hey, I'm going to put these wet socks on later, and that's going to be my day made.
Have you ever seen Clockwork Orange?
Yes.
Have you seen the opening scene where they go into a bar and take druggy milk so they can get sharpened up for the ultraviolence?
Yes.
That's me, but with wet socks.
Yeah, the drug milk is sock wettening.
Well, no, I put on the socks and I get so fucking pissed off I go and hit somebody.
You go to an art critic's house and kill her with a penis sculpture.
If you've pretty close.
You kick an old homeless man to death under an overpass.
I kicked his teeth off.
2
pointed him right. Oh, fuck off. Went into the wall.
Like you throw one of your droogs in the canal to show him who's boss and cut his hand, but not one of the main cables.
Nah, I just slashed him up a bit, and then I got my eyeballs kind of messed with for a bit. I had to watch some dodgy films.
You had to watch that YouTube compilation, didn't you, with Will Smith?
It was fucking horrible.
YouTube Rewind 2020 is what they showed.
I mean, I watched Prince of Bel-Air, but I didn't like it. I watched it, but I didn't like it. 3 hours after 3 hours of that, with your eyes unable to blink,
yeah,
you've calmed down at that point.
Because it's always the same episode too.
You're fucking that disappointed in Will Smith because he's just a bitch, and his wife walks over him. Because he's like, Will Smith, get a backbone, mate. Get a backbone. Go get entangled up some other piece, you silly sausage. And then I go home. And it starts. But
it's always the same episode, I assure you. Always the same episode, isn't it? It's always the episode where Carlton gets ripped off by that pool shark, and then Uncle Phil has to go down to the pool hall, and Uncle Phil pretends like he's bad at pool, but then rips off the pool hustler. It's always that episode.
Shut up! You're gonna spoil it. Do you know how audience forget
Spoilers.
every time? Just because I've seen it once doesn't mean I want you to spoil it.
I thought you just injected Botox into your prefrontal cortex, and that's how you forget things. That's how I forget things.
No, it's
Yeah.
more that I don't pay attention in the first place.
You
can't really remember if you didn't really look.
I had a dream the other day, yeah. And that's unusual for me because I dream maybe once or twice a year at the most. But basically, there was this man there, Irish man.
An Irishman?
And he was trying to tell me a good idea for a pun that I could use in the show.
Mm-hmm.
But all it was, he was saying the word psychopath and then the word psychopath and saying they sound similar, don't they? And there's probably a joke there for you, mate.
Ooh,
I think we could work it out today.
Psychopath. I mean,
Yeah.
the only thing you're going to find on a psychopath is somebody trying to get employed as a security guard.
Exactly.
This Irish guy must not know what he's on about.
I mean, I don't blame him for being Irish because it was a dream. Like, Irish people in real life, of course, that they've committed sins and that's why they're Irish.
Well, that's what they tell me anyway.
So, Raluca, why don't women understand art?
They're too busy understanding other things.
Such as?
Yeah. What do women understand?
Hairstyles?
See? I don't understand hairstyles. I look at my hair in the morning and just more hair keeps happening every day.
You don't understand no hair. You ain't understand no hair ever.
I don't understand it.
It's a racist term.
I was at the art gallery the other day, and there was one of these 19th century, early 19th century, late 18th century drawings, agricultural drawings of a cow. And she said to me that picture's wrong, isn't it? Because cows are bigger than that in real life. And I said to her, it's just a picture, though. And she goes, no, cows are bigger than that. That's a bad artist job. That artist hasn't even seen a cow because that cow isn't the size that a cow would look like in real life. It's not even a 3 dimensions.
What if it's far away?
Well, that's what I was trying to explain to her. But women don't understand art, do they?
That's pretty inflammatory, Adam. It's pretty out there.
It is, but I'm not afraid to go there. I'm like Joe Rogan. I'm like, have you ever given a shaved chimp DMT? Is the question that I'm going to ask all my guests.
Go on then.
Jamie, pull it up. Hey, Raluca, have you ever given a shaved chimp DMT?
Not that I can remember.
You're not Joe Rogan, Adam.
A bit, is it?
She's never seen a chimp, a shaved one, do DMT. You're not Joe Rogan. I'm not Jordan Peterson. I'm not addicted to benzodiazepines I'm gonna clean my penis. Well, actually, I do clean my penis, but I'm not Peter Jordison.
Peter Jordison.
Peter Jordison. I'm not Peter Jordison.
Peter Jordison's the evil one. He's the one who tells you to mess your room up and don't listen to lobsters.
I thought he was the good one.
I saw Peter Jordison come on TV the other day and say lobsters were a terrible example of hierarchy.
The fucking are, mate. Have you ever seen fucking lobsters try and run a fucking shop?
Exactly.
Fucking free for all.
I went in a lobster run casino the other week. Oh god. They were losing money hands over fist. It'd been comical if it wasn't so tragic.
I wouldn't even expect the toilets to be clean in a fucking place run by lobsters.
There were smaller lobsters running over the floor. People were stepping on them. The place had a tank full of crabs that people could reach in and pick the crab out. Mm-hmm. And it just had written in lobster language that I can understand because I did that semester at that lobster university under the sea, remember? It just said revenge in lobster language.
Oh.
The whole thing, it was like some... It was like the Balkans or something. It was full of ethnic hatreds.
This is the thing. You think you would keep that at home, like they're not really land. They don't belong on land. They're kind of land immigrants. Keep that on your sea.
Yeah, like
down where it's wetter, where it's better under the sea.
That song's regarded as hate speech amongst the lobster community now. You know.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah.
I thought I was being one of the cool lobsters.
No, it's like Harriet Beecher. What's her name? Harriet Beecher Fellows or something, who wrote Uncle Tom's Cabin. Like she was trying to be fair to black people, but now Uncle Tom's entered the parlance as like, a black man who does whatever a white man says. In the same way that Sebastian from The Little Mermaid and the song Under the Sea has now entered the lobster parlance as a kind of Jordan Peterson loving, thinks he's a land animal lobster.
Ah, punching above his station.
Yeah, they go up to them and say, you want to be a land-dwelling arachnid, you do. Being a sea-dwelling arthropod's not good enough for you.
One thing I never understood: how was he a Jamaican?
They
weren't living in Jamaica.
They weren't. The sea that she comes out of, it appears to be somewhere in Western Europe, doesn't it?
Or do you think that the crab came up with the Jamaican?
Maybe the Jamaicans learned to speak from a crab?
That's what I thought. Like they were like on the beach, you're like, oh mate, I haven't got a fucking accent, what should we do? And then on comes this crab. Get in sea, it's wetter and better.
Yeah, mate. Fuck off. I've got no accent at all, mate. My accent's entirely fucking neutral, pal. And I need an accent. I'm going to listen to this crab. Yeah.
I've just come out of the slave trade. Can I have an accent, please? And then the singing crab comes.
That was one of the worst things about the slave traders, that they just wouldn't let people talk in any kind of accent.
Perfect Queen's English, or they would get the shit kicked out of them, really. But we'll avoid that. Let's avoid that. That's a bit.
Yeah, it's a grim subject, really, isn't it?
Bit touchy. Bit touchy. Touchy-feely.
During the Arabic slave trade, they gave every slave their own helicopter.
That'd be sick as fuck.
Yeah.
Apart from the 18 hours of grueling tasks and manual
but then you get home, you got no house, you've got a little lean-to, maybe a hut, and there's some salt fish and rice to eat. But then you can fly about in your helicopter for a couple of hours, so it's all right.
Are you really a slave in that situation?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I don't know. I don't have a fucking helicopter. And I have to spend all my day in a toilet trying to convince my boss that I'm doing work.
Sometimes wearing a Tunnocks tea cake as a hat as a kind of joke.
To be fair, I have dragged him in there and threatened him.
Yeah. Well, you get your Swiss Army knife out, yeah. And you get the attachment for removing stones from horses' feet. You push that against the boss's eye. You grab them by the back of the neck this time, not the deltoids, and get them in a headlock and force them into the toilet with you. And
Get
say,
in that toilet.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, my boss has got Stockholm syndrome by now.
Yeah.
I did talk his ear off, but half of it was lying. I told him that I had to do it, and I don't have to do it at all. I just don't want to. I don't want to pick up stuff. I've done it before. Don't want to do it anymore.
You were wearing your novelty suicide vest, weren't you? And you were saying that they've strapped this onto me and they're making me do it, but that wasn't true.
Well, no, it was partially true because one, it wasn't fake.
Yeah. Oh, good point.
It wasn't fake, so it was. Well, it was a real threat. It was a real threat.
It's novelty. We did buy it from a novelty shop, but it does contain real explosives and ball bearings.
And I put them there.
Yeah.
It started off as a joke one. Well, how do you hide a real one? You've got to make it look fake.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks really shoddy, but it's a real one.
Mm.
But that's the point. If you come in with, it's like with the guns. If you paint the end red, you can go through security checks. They're like, that's a fucking toy, you dickhead. Get through.
Yeah.
That's a toy gun.
You shoot 3 people with it. But it's about hiding in plain sight. It's like how clowns, when a clown wants to change his identity or get away from someone, can't dress as a normal people, can't take the clown makeup off because he gets shot straight away. You have to dress as a different clown.
Never thought of that. Never thought of that. I was going to say now, there's not really much you could change up. Maybe the shoes. Maybe have shorter shoes.
Yeah, like, see, it's all on the registry, isn't it? The clown registry of how long the shoes actually are. So you start messing around with the shoe length, you're going to get a visit from the clown union. But then we're getting to Harry Hill territory. Anyway.
Oh no, we can't. Yes, we're not stealing stuff.
Yeah, and I respect Harry Hill too much to steal from him. He's one of the best comedians. But anyway, let's talk about dreams.
Dreams. Dream, 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 dream. Dream, 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 dream.
Whenever I'm sleeping, all I have to do is dream.
Shut up.
Luca, shut up. If we both shut up, the podcast would be better, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. I retract that. Carry on.
Raluca, you hadn't had any fun dreams recently? I like to hear about other people's dreams.
I had, I guess, 2 of them that are worth mentioning, but they're not short.
Go for it. We've got all the time in the world.
I would start with the first one.
Yeah.
It's about a bit of a time traveling.
Ooh.
It used to be the thing.
It's a theme this week, isn't it? Yeah.
So without being prompted, I dreamt time traveling.
Ooh.
Weird. And I was in school.
All right.
Yeah, I was in school, although I knew I shouldn't be there because I was in the future.
Yeah. You knew that in many ways you'd be too old for school. The children would laugh at you.
Exactly. I was so surprised.
Were you really big?
Sorry?
Were you like big? Were you like normal sized or child sized?
That's to come, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Something about size that's unfortunate.
Size always matters.
Exactly. Especially.
Well, then tell me. Yeah.
Especially if we don't have the same system, me and the teacher. I thought I was proper high, and she thought I was sitting down.
Oh.
But you have this thing in the past of my future where you get up when the teacher comes into class.
Yeah. We did that at our school. Yeah.
Stand up. Yeah.
You got to stand.
We weren't allowed in the room until the teacher turned up.
That was at high school for me. At primary school, we had to stand up when the teacher came in.
Same in primary school, only if it was another teacher from. Anyway, I'm getting out of this.
Yeah, yeah. Carry on with your story, really good.
So I got up as everyone else, but she was like, no, do it again, everyone, because somebody's not doing it.
Ooh.
We had to sit down and stand up again, and I did it.
Yeah.
And she wasn't happy, and she said, do it because somebody is sitting down. I couldn't realize that when I was standing up, I looked as if I was sitting down.
Oh, I think I've had that problem before.
That's like sitting on your own lap. It's pretty confusing.
She was pissed. And then, because I knew I shouldn't be in school, and I should be somewhere else, and I was tired of this kind of dreams when I'm in school and I shouldn't be there.
Yeah, like, I don't have to take this crap. I'm not even meant to be in today. Like, I'm not a child.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Furious.
Getting mad. Furious, exactly. And I told her, look, lady, I'm gonna come up there, grab your mop of hair, and trash you. You're getting on my nerves. I'm going to swipe the floor with your face.
Yeah, I'm just one of those people who happens to be taller when they're sitting down. Like
no, it's the other way around.
I
happen to be short when I stand up.
I see.
Tall when you still sat down.
No, she's only tall when she stands. She's only short when she stands up. She's not tall when she sits down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was standing up. She thought I wasn't. I was being disrespectful, and I got pissed.
Oh well, like naturally. Like I think it was rude for that woman to even to appear in your dream, in my opinion.
That was super satisfactory, and it ended that bit of a dream. And then I was in what do you call that when the class is over?
Abattoir.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Slaughterhouse.
In the slaughterhouse with the children there, all crammed up, waiting for the next class.
Yeah. And Americans we called it playtime because Britain's a more innocent place. But yeah.
Or like standing up together in the yard time.
Yeah.
And I saw this balloon, and I got it, and it flew me away. I went with this balloon over the hills, and it was like very, very high.
This is pretty elaborate.
This is quite poetic for a dream, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of mine are just stabbing people. I'm not joking there.
Yeah, most of mine are just Rob coming up and stabbing me, and I'm all different people. But yeah.
We don't share dreams.
Oh. It's a bit different. Less violent.
Less violent and more poetic.
I want balloons.
And a beautiful balloon.
Wait, it's getting violent somewhat. Wait.
Oh, cool. Oh, excellent.
This poetic part doesn't last. It's like the mountain is very steep, and I'm suddenly afraid of falling. Very deep valleys, dark and green, and the sensation of height is real.
Yeah.
Then I'm no longer the first person.
Yeah. You're viewing it from outside yourself.
Yeah, I get out of this body, and it becomes like
second person or third.
Exactly. Yeah. And the main character of the dream is this guy who is like RoboCop, but the other way around. Instead of having a body of metal and just a human head, he has a normal body, and his head is all metal because the balloon that exploded midair.
So he's got a robot head in a human body.
He's a man with a human body but a robot soul.
So he's man robot.
He's Copobot.
Copobot.
He's really in trouble because he's like well built, but he's naked all the time, and he has only boots on.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen Robert Crumb's?
Yes.
Something like that.
Oh, with the giant legs.
Yeah, big
giant feet and legs.
But always naked and
like well proportioned and powerful.
and he flies because he's in the army and he has to fly, and there's huge ships, and there's like
It's not a mandatory
those-
thing in the past to be able to fly if you're in the army.
No, many people in the army can't fly at all.
well, this is
Yeah.
how it goes. And you know those robots from X-Men, the huge ones that
Yeah,
shoot
the
lasers from their palms?
Sentinels.
Yeah, the Sentinels. There's one
Yeah.
of those in some valleys, broken up. You just see the knees like in a fog. Sort of. It's like it's become part of the landscape.
Like the Iron Giant or Liberty Prime.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Communism
Then-
is a better alternative to death,
yeah.
I think.
Communist threat detected on American soil, making delicious picnic.
Come on in.
That's what Liberty Prime would do in Fallout 3. You went up to him just right, it'd make you a nice picnic.
If you throw 47 fat man nukes at him, he changes to the other side.
There'd be cold chicken, and there'd be boiled eggs. There'd be lashings of ginger beer.
Lashings
it'd
of
be a lot.
ginger ale.
Yeah.
I don't really know what sort of measurement a lashing is, but
Well,
I imagine a glass, or maybe a glass thrown across your face.
No, there's a historical story to this. Yeah, like when in the Royal Navy in the 16th century, when the main form of punishment, reward, and entertainment was lashing. Like a lashing of ginger beer would be the exact amount of ginger beer that you felt like drinking after receiving 200 lashes, which is about 330 milliliters today. About the same as a can of Coke.
That's pretty. I always wonder why
Very
it's
specific.
330.
Yeah,
So that's a
No, no.
lashing. Okay,
that's one exact lashing.
I'm using that in my TED talk.
But
I didn't really have much to talk about, but
my TED talk's
I'm
on
using that. I'm going to use that.
a TED talk subjects on lies and the lies that I tell. Like, I think it's a good subject, and the real twist to it is everything I say in it is true.
Ooh, that'll be a fucking first.
See, I'm a clever brain. Yeah,
You ain't clever brain, you're a brainlet.
I'm a clever brain from the brain land. That's me.
You're not in a jar. Fuck off.
Sorry, guys. What's
Yeah,
up
yeah.
with TED anyway?
Yeah.
What kind of show is that?
The
when
TED?
they begin a lesson or talk or something, those with animation,
Mhm.
and the one I've seen was about pregnancy, and the talk started with a quote by Beyonce.
Yeah. Like it always starts with a
What
quote
the
from
fuck?
a true luminary like Immanuel Kant
Fuck.
or
Mine's going to
Beyonce.
start with. Mine's starting with Kanye West. I got Kanye West. I just went through. I don't even know what they're in reference to. Really, I'm just going to say them because the kids love that shit.
Hold
I think
up,
he's
hold
called
fast,
Yee or
we make
something
mocap.
now.
Yeah. He's called like Jesus Christ too.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Anyway.
Carry on.
He's a severely mentally ill man. Yeah, I don't know why it is with TED Talks either, because they were started by Fyodor Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber. He did the first ever TED Talk. He insisted on it after his bombing campaign. He said that not only has the New York Times got to publish my manifesto, the Industrial Revolution and its consequences for the human race.
Never really understand why that had anything to do with being gay.
Neither do I. But they called him the Unabomber, so he must have bombed people.
Like, he used bombs, not bums.
There was very
explosives.
There was very little homoeroticism in blowing up like airline officials and university like administrators with mail bombs. But that it was the 80s at the time, and the press just jumped on this gay angle, didn't they?
Fucking homophobic, really.
I remember when they said, beware, if you get blown up by the Unabomber, you might lose your sight and fingers, but also you could get AIDS because he's gay. That was homophobic.
I'm putting that in my TED talk.
Yeah. But
All of this is going in the TED talk.
That's why they're called TED Talks, because Fyodor Ted Kaczynski was the first man to ever do a TED Talk.
It'd be a good intro.
Yeah. I've mailed about 16 viable explosive devices to various institutions around America today to make this TED talk, and it's about reusable plastic.
No.
Yeah,
It's disposable plastic.
Oh yeah.
I don't do that reuse shit. It's got to be disposable. I want disposable men. I want disposable aspirin. I want disposable feet.
If you think about it hard enough, anything's disposable if you're determined.
I want to go through a deck of 10 Fabergé eggs. Roll them up.
Wow, posh crowd. They threw an egg at me, but it was a Fabergé egg. See, Rodney Dangerfield joke there for you. Yeah.
Stop ripping people off, Adam. Cereal.
I don't have any of my own ideas. All I do is watch a telly and say, "Oh, that's funny." I'll repeat that on my podcast.
Yeah, but if you're too obvious, I can't use it in my TED talk. You fucking idiot.
You do know that every podcast we've been through so far, yeah, everything I've said has actually been dialogue that Martin Clune said in Men Behaving Badly.
Oh.
Every single word I've ever said, even these ones.
And that bloke was Neil
Morrison's.
Neil Morrison's.
He was named after the supermarket.
He owned a pub down the road.
Yeah. See, now we're going into the very distant past and Britain references. And we've deeply confused our futuristic Romanian guest. But yeah.
And internet audience.
Yeah.
We don't have an audience.
No one's ever heard these words spoken.
There's no film in these cameras. This is just your fetish. Yeah.
There's no bits of plastic and chips and shit in that computer. It was a pizza box.
Yeah.
It's a pizza box with a keyboard drawn on the bottom bit.
Opened up a pizza box. Put a photocopy of my face on it and called it Skype, haven't you?
Yes.
Useless, man. Useless with technology. It's a wonder how it works and we can still understand and talk to each other.
I tell you what, I can type fast on it though. Fuck me. It's a good keyboard.
But yeah. Well, yeah, because you're literally just like slamming your fingers through pieces of damp, like fat, because the fat's gone, the oil from the pizza is kind of soaked into the bottom of the cardboard box. So you're just forcing your fingers through the cardboard.
Well, no, it's more. It gives you that slip and slide quickness. It's like you're on ice, on a tray, typing fast with one finger. All you do is you just wiggle your finger on it and you've done it.
Yeah.
I'm going to patent it. I just need to be able to put a wire in it at some point.
Well, don't mention it in your TED talk then, because
someone will
then
nick
it meant, then it's prior art and you can't patent it.
Fuck. I could always use an old phone book or something. Put them off the scent. An old phone book isn't as good for a keyboard.
What I like to use instead of a keyboard is just like a piano.
Well, that has a keyboard.
Yeah, but like the keys don't have names like a keyboard has. They just have colours.
Well, I suppose you could spell anything that's got A to G in it.
Mm. Oh no, it doesn't have the musical notation. It just has the colour of the keys. So when I'm typing, it just goes black key, black key, black key, white key, white key, white key, white key, white key, white key, black key, black key, white key, white key, black key, pedal.
That sounded like a different language.
Yeah, that's Ukrainian. That's how you speak Ukrainian. They say it's related. They say it's related to Russian as a language.
I thought they spoke like something close to Russian, but to be fair, just do it again.
Black key, black key, black key, white key, white key, white key, white key, black key, black key, white key, white key, white key, left pedal, white key.
Sounds a bit Polynesian to me.
Oh yeah, I get that kind of feeling. But Ukrainians all spoken on the piano, keyboard, or harpsichord.
That makes more sense now. Oh shit!
Like it's a logistical challenge for them really, because like You know, like up until the invention of the portable electric keyboard in the late 80s, they had to be dragging around grand pianos or full, chamber music harpsichords around with them.
There's no line in that. Unless you had a clavinova, but they're shit.
I mean, there was one language like reformist in the late 17th century, Nestor Manco, and he tried to have it all transcribed to xylophone music.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That would make it there? See, that would turn it into skeleton music.
Yeah, that was the exact problem they had. It lasted for about 10 years, but then they found out it attracted skeletons. And,
fucking xylophones and glockenspiels. You can't keep them in the house, especially around this time of year.
No, that's good. Like you'll get. Well, that's how you get a skeleton infestation.
Like, I knew some guy who had one. He was fucking full of skeleton, absolutely riddled with skeleton. He had to go to the doctors. Well, he went to the doctors. He had to get it fixed. He had to keep it fucking working. You had to oil it. Bloody useless. You don't want that in you.
No. Like, and he'd taken all the precautions too. He'd checked if his house had been built on an Indian burial ground. Like, because it's about 70% of all arable land today is some kind of Indian burial ground.
And
you got to check that place.
He played it in the day, not in black and white.
No.
It was in colour.
He never allowed a theremin in the same room.
Fucking
because that attracts both ghosts and skeletons. You got to watch out for that.
I think when we get to the sexy seance for Halloweens, I think we're going to bring in the theremin because we really need to get spooky.
Yeah, it's going to be a spooky episode.
There's going to be a sexy seance.
Yeah, we're both going to die beforehand and come to you as ghosts. That's how spooky it's going to be.
I'm practicing.
Like I've signed up to a Ghosts OnlyFans, and I'm going to be doing some sexy Ouija board sex chat.
I'm going to try go through a wall.
Yeah, you try that every week.
I tried.
Sometimes
I got through a couple of walls, but it was a bit of a mess. I'm getting better.
Sometimes it works. I've got to say, sometimes it does work. Like if we're in a house built mainly out of drywall, and I've been there with my spray gun, spraying it with water.
The key is to jump. The key is to jump. If you don't jump, you get stuck on the bottom bit.
Yeah, like the skirting boards you can't get through.
It fucking
no
hurts.
matter how hard. Yeah.
You'd have to be dead to do that. Because it fucking knackers. Doing that all day, you've got to be dead. There's no way you're doing that all day alive. No one.
Because dead people are famously not very sensitive. Like that's why you rarely see, the sensitive toothpaste adverts. Like, I can eat this handful of ice cubes now that my teeth are no longer sensitive. Those kinds of adverts.
I've never seen a ghost having that problem.
No. It's always Julia Roberts choking down a handful of ice cubes in that dress she wears in Pretty Woman.
I mean, I've been watching horror films because obviously I need to find the right guests for the sexy seance. Never saw a ghost get slapped.
No.
Not once.
No.
Never saw.
You can't slap a ghost.
They don't
my granddad used to say to me.
They don't get a dodgy stomach on the day. I suppose that's good for us, like.
Yeah, it's true. Like it won't be like we won't be unreliable as a guest.
Well, I've got a dodgy stomach because I'm a ghost.
Yeah. No, because they don't eat curries because they're ghosts.
That's a bit of a downer.
They go around the kebab shop and have like 4 cans of garlic the night before they come on, and say, "Ooh, having a bit the old stomach problem. I'll have to be in the shitter most of the show."
Saying that, I just thought they did come up with one. They did come up with some pain for the old ghosts.
Oh yeah.
Spicy ghost pepper.
Oh yeah.
Now they can feel fucking pain.
That's what it's for, isn't it?
Fucking ghosts can now feel the pain of heat.
Yeah. Like ghosts, like, well, we get more spicy pepper flavor in a day than most ghosts would have in 10,000 years. So we should count ourselves lucky. But now, thanks to the invention of the ghost pepper and the Carolina Reaper pepper, which is a similar but distinct product.
It's more of a crossing over sort of thing, that.
Yeah, that's that. You have to put it in directly into the mouth of a dying man to get the full effect.
He then has a nice spicy time as he goes off to hell.
Yeah. Hell, just spicy heaven, isn't it?
No, it's the cool side of eternity. Is there a heaven and hell in the future?
Of course.
And who decides who goes where?
Well, you can go anywhere you want.
Ah, yeah, because you kind of you're more liberal in the future, aren't you?
Yeah, well, you get tired of heaven after a while.
Well, it's like once you've practiced all your harp skills and sat around on a cloud, I imagine after the first 10, 20,000 years, it gets pretty dull.
And put up with the massive flies, innumerable flies in heaven.
I'm gonna have to state the full story of this just for the viewers at home. The Bible gives exact dimensions for heaven. I can't remember the exact dimensions, but
not big enough.
It's so many cubits long, so many cubits high, because cubits were the main dimensions mentioned in the Bible.
We use multi-blocks nowadays.
Wait, cubits?
Yeah.
Cubits.
A cubit is
that's an Egyptian measurement.
It was also used by the ancient Hebrews.
Who were kind of hanging out in Egypt for a while.
It's all in the Bible, isn't it?
It's in that book.
The OG Testament.
It's Twits by Roald Dahl.
Oh yeah. Who'd win in a fight, Twits or witches?
Witches, mate. They've got a new Witches coming out. Not happy. No Angelina. What's her face? But the main kid isn't a complete swear word.
Ah, right.
Like the main kid in the original one, I wanted to strangle him.
It's some fucking blonde part, wasn't he?
Oh, I think he was American. I don't know.
He was American.
Witches, mate. What were we on about? Heaven and hell.
Yeah, there are exact dimensions for heaven in the Bible. Yeah, it tells you the materials it's made out of and how big it is. And considering that was about 2,020 years ago when that was written, and the amount of flies that have died since then, we can only assume that when you get to heaven, you're immediately forced into a writhing mass of flies.
It'd be full of dogs as well, because every single one goes.
Yeah, everything. And imagine how many dogs have died between about 30 AD and today.
Fucking tens.
Like a dozen at least, maybe tens of dozens. Like there's been Lassie, Stephen the dog, Pavarotti, he was a dog and he's dead. Not a lot of people know that Pavarotti was a dog.
Pavarotti the dog. He had a good voice though. And I still don't know what fucking opera it is like, but
yeah.
I can't do it. He was better.
I know neither of us are trained opera dogs. Like Placido Domingo, of course, was a fish.
Is that the blind one?
No, you're thinking of Lone. Sorry.
Bocelli or something.
Yeah.
Andrea Bocelli. Yeah.
He's a mole. He's an actual mole.
Or Lone Samurai and Wolf, the manga series. That might have been what you were thinking of instead of opera, because that's got a blind man in it.
No, and now that's a bloke with a baby.
Yeah.
He's
not blind, and he uses
blind.
the baby for his eyes, doesn't he?
Look over there, baby. Okay. What do you want me to see? I was going to say
when's this fella going to hit me with his sword? You tell me, and I'll hit him with my sword instead.
Babies can get away with looking at anything because no one goes, "Oh, that baby's not looking at it."
No.
Like if
That's
you
'cause
walk, you take your baby into like a fucking an interview. They don't know the baby's recording.
No. Like
They don't know
very few,
he's
there-
remembering.
there are strict data protection laws on looking through a baby's eyes, so you can record anything on a baby. Like that's how most pirated films get to us now. You'll see on the first day of any big new event film, there'll be a bunch of dodgy-looking Malaysian characters bringing 10 or 12 babies in to record the film.
I have seen that down the Odeon.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit weird
Like
when
what?
it's just you and there's like you, maybe a mate, and then a woman with 38 babies on the back row.
Yeah.
No wonder they sound shit. They're fucking crying all the way through.
Exactly. They don't really understand the themes of The Force Awakens, do they?
They don't fucking understand the themes of framing properly.
No, Jesus. Like, I was watching a baby filmed pirated film the other day, and it 20 minutes it cut away from the film and just had the baby look at a dog because it found the dog more interesting. The dog had gone to the cinema.
Who the fuck had let a dog in the cinema? It's not even.
Seeing
It's
It's
Wednesdays. It's Dog Wednesdays.
Yeah, it was a seeing eye dog, so it wasn't even doing anything interesting.
Oh fuck you know. Who that? What? You've got a blind. Was it the blind man with the babies?
No, I think a blind person had just brought a dog along to describe the film to them. You know.
Oh.
Yeah. Because that's a normal, natural thing to do. You just bring your seeing eye dog to the cinema.
Your description, the dog description.
And that acts out its head. Acts out whatever's going on in the film. I saw John Wick that way. When I went,
Didn't the dog die at the beginning? How would he act that out?
but like that, the dog just stayed perfectly still and stopped breathing and became very cold throughout the entire film.
Oh,
Yep.
That's more dramatic.
I'd gone temporarily blind, of course, having seen a very ugly man.
Ooh.
I'd seen Keith Chegwin naked on Channel 5 and just gone blind again.
This must have been some years ago then. Then why
I
did
know,
you go to the cinema then?
I've got it recorded on VHS.
Why did you go to the cinema?
I'd already booked the cinema beforehand. I was on a date.
Oh. But then you could see the babies and the dog.
No, I could smell the babies.
Makes sense.
Yeah, they all had a baby smell, didn't they?
Babies fucking... They fucking stink of babies. Ooh.
Reek of onions, don't they?
Fucking horrible things. Garlicky motherfuckers.
Onions, garlic, eggs. I can smell like eggs.
Okay.
Is that our time then?
I think
that's our time.
I think the last bell.
Yeah. Like, get your orders in now, lads, because like we're gonna go home.
We're going
We're
home.
knock it off.
We have to go home at 10.
Fill your boots with this gravel. We're gonna leave because we're not needed by tomorrow. It'll have gone off, and then we'll finish this road tomorrow.
Damn right. Okay. So we'd like to thank our guest from the future.
From the not too distant future, Raluca Popan, thank you for coming on the show.
It was a pleasure.
And thank you.
Thank you.
And just down to us to sign off now, isn't it?
Yeah. Bye.
Fuck off, everybody.
You fucking bunch of cunts.